It happens to everyone. You're in a conversation, nodding along, smiling politely, trying to focus, and then the other person says something, and you have no idea what they just said. Maybe they spoke too fast. Maybe they used slang. Maybe their accent was new to you. Or maybe your brain just froze. You want to keep the conversation going, but you don't know what to say. You don't want to seem rude. You don't want to ask 3 times in a row. You don't want to say, "What?" and walk away. But here's the truth. Not understanding someone in English is completely normal, even for advanced learners. And the good news is there are simple, natural things you can say to fix the situation without feeling awkward. So, let's talk about it. You're talking to someone, and they say something unclear. You didn't catch it. Maybe it was too fast. Maybe there was background noise. Maybe you just didn't know the word. Your first instinct might be to smile and pretend you understood, but that never helps. You stay confused, the conversation moves on, and you feel worse. So, what should you say instead? Here are some natural, friendly, and polite ways to handle it. Ask them to repeat, but nicely. "Sorry, can you say that again?" "I didn't catch that. What did you say?" "Would you mind repeating that?" These are soft, kind, and very common. You don't sound rude. You sound engaged. Even natives say this all the time. It doesn't make you look weak. It makes you look like you care about the conversation. Ask them to slow down. Sometimes it's not the words, it's the speed. Try saying, "Could you say that more slowly?" "Sorry, you're speaking a bit fast for me. I understand better when it's a little slower." These are polite and honest. Most people will be happy to adjust. And if you say it with a smile, even better. Ask for clarification. Sometimes you heard all the words, but still didn't understand the meaning. Maybe they used an idiom or slang. Maybe the grammar confused you. "What does that mean?" "I'm not sure I understand." "Can you explain?" "Sorry, what do you mean by that?" This is great for learning new expressions, and people usually enjoy explaining them. Repeat what you think you heard. This is a smart way to check your understanding without just saying, "What? Do you mean you'll call me later?" "So you're saying the meeting is canceled. You said bring the file tomorrow, right?" This shows that you're trying and gives the other person a chance to correct you gently if needed. Use body language and expressions. Communication isn't just words. Sometimes a confused look, a raised eyebrow, or a small laugh can help signal that you didn't quite understand. Then follow up with, "Sorry, I didn't get that." Say again. Even a simple with a smile can do the trick. Let's look at a real-life moment. You're at a cafe. The barista says something fast like, "Hey, would you like that for here or to go?" You freeze. What did they just say? Instead of panicking, try one of these. "Sorry, can you say that again more slowly?" "Sorry, I didn't understand." What does "for here" mean? Or even, "I'm still learning English. Can you repeat that for me?" No one will laugh. Most people will smile and help. You're trying, and that matters. Here's another situation. You're talking to a co-worker. They say, "So the meeting's been pushed to Friday, and we'll loop in marketing by EOD." What? Instead of guessing, you could say, "Sorry, what's EOD?" "Loop in marketing? Can you explain that?" "I'm not familiar with that expression." You learn. They explain. Everybody wins. Now, let's talk about what not to do when you don't understand. Don't nod and pretend. You'll get lost quickly. Don't say "what" in a flat tone. It can sound rude. Don't panic. One confusing sentence doesn't mean your English is bad. Don't feel ashamed. Everyone gets confused, even native speakers. Real phrases to practice. Say them out loud. Could you say that one more time? Sorry, I missed that part. What does that word mean? Can you write it down? I'm still learning English. Thank you for being patient. Say them with calm confidence. The more you practice, the more natural they'll feel in real situations. Not understanding someone is not a failure. It's part of learning. It's part of real life. It's part of every conversation, even between native speakers. What matters isn't always knowing what to say. What matters is having the courage to ask when you don't. Every time you say, "Sorry, can you say that again?" you're becoming a more fluent speaker. So don't be afraid to pause, ask, clarify, learn, practice out loud, try different styles, and soon it will feel completely natural. Thank you for practicing with me today. See you in the next lesson.